So we have multiple rails worth of Harry Potter because Harry Potter covers 8 different films. So we do have a lot of different films in the archive, but Harry Potter's a significant chunk of it. But he has a lot of like civilian clothes as well, so they're not all robes, but yeah, lots of costume. This row, all the way down here, there's about 20 rows worth, is the hero Daniel Radcliffe Harry Potter costumes. So hero means it would be worn by Daniel Radcliffe rather than a stunt or a double for Harry Potter. We start with Harry Potter 1, so we've got a lot of checked shirts and kind of quite broken down. He has a lot of things that have holes in or are dirty. We've got, this is, you see him in his pyjamas in the common room where he's kind of curled up outside a rainy window. So a lot of the costumes have been sourced by just high street stores like Uniqlo and Gap. They don't have, you can't pin them to a specific time period, which makes the films feel quite timeless, which is nice. Films 1 and 2, we've got some more of his robes from the first film, and some Quidditch stuff along here. So we've got his Quidditch stuff. The Quidditch costumes changed in the 3rd film, but in the first couple of films they had these lovely kind of beigey trousers, and then they're wearing the bright red robes. They get a bit more maroon as the films go on. This is from the end of the Philosopher's Stone. And then we get to here, this is very broken down costume from the Chamber of Secrets. So they've obviously gone down that slide, they've got all muddied and then bloodied later on. So they're all very broken down. There's lots of like stage dirt, but they're supposed to look like they've fallen down a bathroom sewer, I think it is. This is from where film 3 starts, and you can tell the kind of Harry Potter striped jumper coming in. So the film designer changed in the 3rd film. So the 3rd film onwards was somebody called Gianni Tamim, and she brought in this kind of look, which you can see he has a lot of kind of hoodies or jumpers with the stripes, and greys and reds feature heavily from then on. Around here we get to his Triwizard costumes, which I think are quite recognisable for what they are. You've got the dirt breakdown, so this would have been, I think, the dragon scene, and we've got all of that, and we've got some tears in the costume. It's again dirtied, broken down, probably sooty because of the dragon. So this is quite an iconic costume. You'll see it on all the posters for the last Harry Potter film. He's wearing it for a fair chunk of it. And what I like about this costume is we have different stages of breakdown for it. So it's the same costume, but we'll have multiple copies of it, and some will be a little bit holy and some will be very damaged. And I think this one goes from change 1 to change 4. So change 1 will look something like this, where it's just a normal jacket. And then we'll have a change where it's a bit more holed and a bit more damaged. And then we move on to the last ones where it's incredibly damaged. And these are all intentional, and there'd be multiple copies of each costume to make sure that they look correct in the scene that they're in. So if he's just gone through fire, for example, then it has to be burnt in a certain way. So you'll see that this one has the same cut at the top and the same cut at the bottom to make sure it's all matching up. So this is Harry Potter with his invisibility cloak. We've got several different versions of this cloak. We also have just a plain big square version, a couple that are bundled up, and then also some inside a green screen. So when they do the reveal, they put it on, and that's where their bodies would be edited out. In this kind of depiction, we've got him in his pyjamas from the first film, and then we've also got the letter that accompanies him being given the invisibility cloak at Christmas.